Okay, I think we're good. Yep, I can see myself there. Okay. Okay, everyone, and thank you and welcome back again at the 5 o'clock and the two different webinars. My God, this is going to take some time getting used to, क्योंकि मुझे तो इतनी आदत पड़ चुकी है कि मैं सिर्फ एक ही बार आऊं और आपसे गप्पे मार के और हो गया मेरा काम खत्म. ये दिन में दो बार आना तो अभी याद ही नहीं रहता है. So anyways, so welcome everybody and lots of love. Thank you. I can see a few people. Alina, Gunu, hello. Deepika, Asha.
Hello.
Darshana, hello everybody. Hina,
Hello,
hello.
everyone.
Upa,
Hello.
everyone.
Hi.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Meenal.
Hello. Hi, Ruchi.
Hi,
Hi,
Meenal.
Sai.
Hi,
Hello.
Good to see
you.
Good to see you. You saw me like 5 times in the day today, right? So like, I mean, yeah, I've been all over the place, but thank you so much. And thank you. Yes. Welcome back to me also. Back in so much of humidity that my hair is like, going all over the place and I'm having so much fun with it.
Come on, have masala chai.
पर बनी नहीं है मेरी मसाला चाय.
मेरी पी लो.
मसाला चाय बिना
मेरी पी
मसाला
लो.
चाय के बैठना पड़ रहा है यहाँ पे. हाँ, पी
मेरी
ली.
पी लो. ले लो, ले लो.
In the energies.
Yeah.
So much fun. Okay. So hello everybody and lots of love. Thank you for being here. And the topic today. So the topic today is an easy one, but it's something that I have never talked about. The topic is respect. So respect is something that never came. Okay, I have to mute somebody who's making a lot of noise. Hina, you must be the one making a lot of noise. Hina, Asha, Darshana, all of you bloody sipping your teas and making so much noise. हाँ, चुपचाप से नहीं पीना हो तुमको. I muted you now. I can't hear you. So anyways, so here we are. Yeah, the word respect. So the word respect, and then how does it compare to love? How does it compare to attachments? So yes, love and attachments we've spoken for a dozen times, but respect is something that we never got to discuss. It never came up. And well, 2 or 3 days ago, well, actually more than 2 weeks ago, when somebody said, you didn't learn anything, you don't know how to respect your elders. And then I looked at myself and I said, wow, this word respect, I've never been told to speak on it. And Mani said, no, now you go and speak on it as to why you never need to have respect. Yes, you never need to have respect. And we'll tell you why. So here is the thing, respect. When you talk about, when you are born, do you have any respect for anybody? No, not really. If you really had respect for people, would you be doing susu on them? Would you be doing potty on them? No. This fellow is so respectful. He's the CEO of a company. This person who's my mother, she's such a distinguished person. I cannot do susu potty on them. Do you ever think like that? No, you don't. You just do susu potty wherever you feel like doing. And that's what it is. You have zero respect for anybody and anything. And why is that? That, after some time, when you grow up, you are being told, no, you can't speak to them like this. You must have respect. Cannot speak to this person. You cannot do this. This is an elderly person. You must have respect. It's not love. You must have love. No, you must have respect. And out of respect, you have to stay quiet. Out of respect, you cannot express what you are feeling. If you are feeling anger, no, you cannot express your anger. Why? Because that person is older. Now, when we think about it in energy terms, when we think about giving respect to people in energy terms, you're as old as the other person. Why? Because you are a few 100,000 years, and that other person also is a few 100,000 years, because this definitely is not our first life. We've come here, they've come here. They've come here. And so, who do we give respect to? And why do we have to give respect to persons, when we are not feeling it inside? So to be able to distinguish that respect is a conditioning. You must give respect to a boss. Why? Because of his position. Doesn't come from the heart, but you must give respect to them. You must give respect to somebody, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law. They've not done nothing. They've done nothing to deserve your respect so far. But no, you must give to them. Now, what is your respect? It's merely a facial expression, right? Or it's merely an act. Especially in India, everybody does this funny act of touching people's feet. That's what respect is. You go around touching people's feet, and that's an act of respect. It's action. And what's behind in the emotion? God only knows what's behind in the emotion. For every person, there's a different emotion. The action only is that of respect. Then is it really that the word respect has any value at all? No, no value at all. It is just as meaningless as anything else that we do. Why is it as meaningless as anything else that we do? Because till the time we are unaware, we do so many things. We don't question, we don't sit inside, we don't look within, we don't process our emotion, and we simply just do so many things. It's not related, not that you are paying respect to the cat, but it comes to mind that, when somebody tells you don't cross the road, that cat has just crossed the road. This is a thing in India. Don't cross the road because the cat just crossed right before you. And so you don't. And you don't process that emotion, that the emotion comes from fear. Why are you not crossing the road? Oh, something bad will happen. And the more you keep collecting these fears, that something bad starts to show up in front of you. The next time you bloody cross the road, the cat crosses the road along with you. And for sure, when something bad happens, you will be looking at it and saying, oh, bloody hell, the cat did it. The cat didn't do it. You do it. You are the one who's doing it from this fear processing, or rather, not processing of the fear. And that's why in awareness, we constantly tell you, look at every action that you do and first process the emotion behind it. You will find 90% of the time there is fear. Even in this respect, what is this? Oh, if I disrespect this person, then they are going to feel bad. Then again, in there lies your guilt and your fear. So you're feeling guilty that no, I don't want to disrespect because this person is old. What are they doing to deserve the respect? We don't know. However, even when you say somebody's done something and now they deserve your respect, they've done something great for you, and now they deserve your respect. What have they done? They've earned their respect. So what does it make? It makes it a transaction. This is not unconditional love by any stretch of imagination. They had to do something for you. They had to earn their respect. There had to be a transaction. You're not loving them just because. You are loving them because they did A, B, C for you. They helped you in a bad time. They did this, they did that. And now that actor is being respected by you. Well, here is the thing that I always talk about. When the universe gives us what we call problems, where are those problems created from? Where are those instances, those events, those situations? Where are they created from? Who's created them? Oh yeah, that fellow, he said bad things about me. Now he's created a bad environment for me at home. No, it's not him. It's not her. It's your energy that's creating every little instance in your life. And so if your energy is creating that problem in your life, then your energy also created this actor who came and helped you in that problem. If you are respecting him just for that he came and helped you in some part of your life, then now you can stop that respect part. That's simply a conditioning. What you can start instead is to give them love, and that too, just open, unconditional love. This one would be easy because you already respect them. because they helped you in a certain position. What about those people who didn't help you? You thought that they didn't help you. They didn't look like they were helping you. But then again, what situation and who created it? Whatever the situation is, your energy created. What was the role that your energy gave to them? Your energy said to them, don't help me. Don't help me because I need to travel this journey as well. I have come here for this experience, so don't help me. And when they listen to your energy, they follow your instructions to the T. And what do? You make them the object of your hate or of your disrespect. And now, what is it that you say about it? You say, well, I don't respect them anymore because they didn't do anything for me. But here it is, the disrespect for yourself, the hate for yourself is sitting in your energies. You don't hate them. It's just the hate that is sitting in your energies that's playing out. And through that play, you're simply creating more of the same. You're creating more hate in your energies. As you create more hate in your energy, what's going to happen around you in the universe? More people will come and tell you, I hate you. More people, simply because the universe is a reflection. Muting Samaya and okay, only Samaya. The world is simply a reflection of your energy. So difficult to understand that when from outside somebody says, I hate you. There is one person and there is another, and there are these harsh words being received. And at all times, when any of these emotional experiences are being received, I only go to that one question. And you all know that one question if you've even heard me in one previous session. The one question is, what am I feeling? If you are feeling hurt and that other person has created it, it's only because you have hurt frequency within you. And you are taking this experience to create more hurt. As you create more hurt, if at any point in time you can come into this awareness, the awareness that it's only me and my frequencies at play. I'm the television receiver, I'm the television that is receiving all of that. But what am I receiving? Whatever I'm transmitting. It's an easy equation if you can understand that the entire universe works only on energy. And the game gets to be so simple. Whatever you see coming to you from outside, it's not about that person. It's about you and your energy. The quicker you process that emotion, the more you will be able to release that energy and have a choice to change the entire energy field that you hold. So when we are talking, I have to figure out how to keep the participants muted when they join, but haven't done so as yet. For another day. Okay, so we come back to the topic of respect itself. The respect that you give to somebody, you now know that it's a transaction. Even the respect that you're asking from your children, you teach your children, you should respect the elders, you should respect the elders. 90% of the times, have you seen that your children are the rudest to you? Why are they rude to you when you've been teaching them all about respect? Well, it's not about them. It's the role that you have given to your children. Yes, this too is a role because there is no child. It's simply an actor. And you have given this role to your children. So many parents these days will simply shake their heads and say, this generation, and it's got nothing to do with this generation. It's got to do everything with you and your energy field. If you see around, maybe you will even see 5 people or 5 children who are very nice to the parents. And as soon as you see children being nice to their parents, What is it that you do? You get into the complaint mode. Look how beautiful their relationship is, and look how badly you treat me. If you are doing this just expecting respect because of some age factor that you have, last week we had the same, we had the entire webinar on how numbers don't mean anything. The numbers of age, the numbers of position, they don't mean anything when it comes to energy. If you want respect from another person, I wouldn't even go to the place to say respect yourself, because even respecting your own self comes with conditions. You have to do things that make you respect worthy, and in that, love is lost. What you have to simply do is to receive love. The child that doesn't understand respect when that's 6 months old, they understand love, but the love is not towards you. Their love is towards themselves. And they understand that they are Shiva. They don't care when they scream at 2 in the morning. You are the one who gets up and very lovingly, caters to every demand of theirs. And why is that? Because the child doesn't judge himself. You cannot judge them. You don't judge them. You will give any excuse. Oh, this is the age, they do that. And this one is a little bit more than the previous one. Whatever it is that you say, but you will not be blaming the child for waking you up. And why is that? Because the child doesn't blame himself. If you blame yourself for something, the universe will find a way to make you blamed. It will find a way to give you that blame, to hand you over that guilt. Guilt is what you get when you judge yourself and blame yourself. And then what happens? When you work on the guilt and you are able to release the guilt, as you release the guilt, the judgments from outside will diminish. They automatically have to go down. Why? Because you are releasing that frequency. You are unsubscribing from that frequency. So replace that word respect with love. And that too, I always talk about it. And here I am again. Well, of course, I always talk about the same 5 things. Each of my webinar, I have nothing new to say. And as you receive the energy of love, of unconditional love, what does it need to look like? It can look like anything. Unconditional love isn't wrapped in this limitation that unconditional love should feel nice to you. No, it shouldn't. Whatever is my actor role that your energy has given to me, I will play. But internally, in the energies, I will simply send you love and hugs in the energies. And that's how unconditional love is given. So many people come and ask me, so when my child is misbehaving, can I not say something to them? Are you telling me it's all my energy? It's no fault. I can't discipline them. Well, discipline is an action. So no matter what you do, what actions you take, I don't care about the action at all. What is the energy with which you are taking that action? If you in your heart are complaining, oh God, he's done this again, what's wrong with him? When will he ever improve? And there is so much of separation from that being and you. There's just separation. It could be anger, it could be sadness, it could be any of those emotions, but it comes from separation. That is not unconditional love if you're feeling it inside. And then there is this other path where you can show them the same anger, the same separation on the outside. But inside, as you keep checking with that one question, what am I feeling? The answer would be peace. When will the answer be peace? When you've processed your emotions, when you've processed your sadness, when you've processed your guilt, you've given it to the candle, you've released it, you're in equanimity. You are in equanimity with both options. If this happens, so what? If it doesn't happen, so what? If they listen to me, so what? If they don't listen to me, so what? No, if they don't listen to me, their future is going to suffer. Well, it's not their future. This is the fear frequency that you are playing in. Their fear, sorry, it's not their fear. Their future is going to be exactly as it is meant to be, as per their energy field. Out of them, if you are expecting respect and not receiving it, it's your energy field. And so learn firstly to not judge yourself and only give love to yourself. From that space of only giving love to yourself, are you being selfish? Well, this word selfish also is a conditioned emotion, just like respect. Because when the child is screaming at 2 a.m. in the morning, what is it being? It's being selfish. It completely knows and loves itself so much that it will not sit in discomfort. It will wake you up. The child will wake you up and you will take care of him. And as you do that, do you ever think the child is so selfish? No. Why not? Because the child doesn't judge themselves. You can't judge. You cannot judge. You will be sitting again. In that moment, you might be sitting in frustration, but guess whose frustration that is? It's your frustration that's showing up, as right now the child is keeping you sleep deprived. But it's your frustration, and that's what you are growing. Tomorrow you will forget about the frustration, but the frustration stays in your energy field. We forget about these things, but it doesn't go away. It sits, then something else will happen. It has nothing to do with the child. Some scenario will play out in the office, and you will create more frustration. And now each of these events outside of you are becoming events to create frustration in you. And what will happen? One of these days, in a totally unrelated scenario, the frustration will play out. And you'll be so frustrated, and you will create more of the same, and not knowing how any of this is connected to each other. But guess what? Every emotion is simply a frequency. And so they're all connected. So as you change from one frequency to another frequency of your choice, do you want to stay frustrated, or do you want to sit in the frequency of masti? I know what the answer is, and that's why I distribute my frequency everywhere. Why is that even needed by you? Why is that needed for you to tune into my energies? Can you tune into anybody's energies wherever you want? Well, you're already doing that. In a day, you're doing that 100 times. You're tuning into sadness frequency, which belongs to somebody. Might be yours, might not be yours. But you tune into sadness, you tune into anger, you tune into joy, you tune into love. You're doing that in unawareness. And then when the awareness starts to come, then you say, oh, here's an answer. Let me just pick this answer and create this for myself. And you pick up that energy, and then you immediately start to see the shift. The mind becomes easy, the heart comes to peace. And so when the heart comes to peace, what will happen outside? Automatically, the scenario that was creating so much frustration, that will just dissolve. The energy of frustration will slowly release. Well, slowly is a judgment, but will simply get released as much awareness as you bring to it. The more awareness you bring to frustration, frustration happens. The more awareness you bring to Meenal frequency happens. And there is the answer. Release yours, or what you think is yours, and make this new one as yours. Where is the difference? There is none. Between the energies of you and I, there is no difference. What you look at is a body. In the body, there is some difference. You are sitting someplace, I'm sitting someplace. Your life looks like a certain way. Mine looks like a certain way. You might even have respect for me, but I don't care for that respect at all, because whatever you have for me is here. It's coming from the heart frequency, and that's what you give to me. You give me love, but do you really give me love? No. You reflect my love back to me, and that's all. And tomorrow, if somebody reflects hate at me, what am I going to tell them? Oh, 1,000 people love me and you don't. There must be something wrong with you. Nope. That other person is simply coming to show me what I hold within, which I probably still haven't looked at. So if somebody comes to me with hate, I will be able to process that emotion, and internally, no matter what I say on the top, but internally, I will be able to give them unconditional love. As a matter of fact, I will thank them in the heart for showing me what I'm still holding. I couldn't see it, and now they are showing it to me. So when we talk about, unconditional, and that's where the unconditional versus attachment, your attachment to five people in your life, and you want their well-being, you want them to do well. There is competition, there is so much competition, and they need to work harder and harder. All of these are your fears created from the attachment that you're holding. And so as you look into the attachments and let go, with the understanding their energy and your energy simply needs to be love. Outside actors can play role. You can shout at them, they can shout back at you. When they shout back at you, look within. Are you feeling troubled? Are you feeling triggered? If triggered, the work has come on you. As there is a shouting match going on between two people, and internally you can check in your heart and you are feeling peaceful, zero job. You have nothing to do. This is a play, it will play out. Maybe that actor needs to hear from you. You too are playing a role in their life. So, definitely, unconditional love doesn't look like I need to be nice to them. I need to mollycoddle them. I need to, shower buckets of love on them. I need to constantly take care of them. No, it is not love when all of this is being thought through. I need to do this, I need to show my love. It's not love. Love simply is because love is you. It's a frequency. You tune into that frequency, you'll feel the love within. Just like when you tune into the anger frequency, you feel the anger within. And then when you tune into the love frequency, you'll feel the love within. Did I say that sentence right? When you tune into the anger frequency, you tune into anger. And that shows when you tune into the love frequency, you experience love first. And then that will automatically flow out to the other. Unless your own pot is filled with love for yourself, can you even give it to another? No, you can't. There's only one person to give love to. That's you. There is nobody else. Everybody else is holding mirrors to you and showing you who you are. There exists nobody else. 100 times in a day, that's the only dialogue that I have. There is nobody else. And so, even as you look around as these people, they've helped me, those people are older, understand the only thing that you need to exchange with them, whatever their role desires, but internally, energy to energy, love. Energy to energy. You don't have to be nice to them. I go and beat up, all of you know that. I go up, beat up people, all kinds of ages. You're 40 years old, you're 60 years old. Suddenly I'll be screaming and shouting at you. And suddenly, if there is a Hindi webinar going on, I'll be giving you all kinds of Hindi galis. If there's an English webinar going on, I'll still be abusing you with all kinds of words. And then what happens? I look within. At the whole time that I'm screaming and shouting at you, my finger is actually pointed within to see, am I at peace or not? As I'm doing all of these drama lines, maybe you're asking for them. I don't care what you're asking for. What is the question that I ask myself? Am I at peace? What am I feeling? And if I'm at peace, I'm able to deliver. I'm able to deliver because I understand those lines are meant for that person. And that's how you can live your life too, constantly being in love and then doing all kinds of random stuff. Really, everything. When I drink, people are like, how can you drink? You teach spirituality and everything. Are I'm drinking on the outside. My body is drinking. My body loves to drink. And so as I drink, what am I feeling inside? Am I judging myself for drinking or am I feeling joyous and at peace? I'm feeling at peace. That's it. That's all the looking within I need to do. It's not about the actions you take. It's not about what you tell the other person. It's constantly about this one question. What am I feeling? And then don't let it go. You become so aware minute by minute, that even there's a random, it's funny. Sometimes I don't watch TV, but if I walk into a room and there is some television playing, even if I listen to the five lines, whether it's news or it's a TV serial or something, I constantly listen to it and I'm constantly checking within. Did I get triggered? Yeah, because that's all it takes. It takes us such little time to get triggered. Some one line, we are having a good time, everybody is enjoying, and then that one person will say that one line that will really trigger you. And most of the times in unawareness, what is it that we do? In unawareness, what is it that we do? We ignore. It's like, okay, yeah, she always has this habit of being mean, so probably she was just being herself or something, and we ignore that line. But what did it do to us? It triggered us, it hurt us, and we didn't process the hurt. Simply taking that moment to release the hurt into the candle as well, and not making it grow, because if we grow the hurt, we grow the hurt. We might even forget about the instance, but our memory is short, and the emotion sits in our energy field forever. So that's why we constantly bring ourselves to so much awareness of simply operating from love, unconditional love. Somebody in the morning session as well, this was what I was given to me today. The example I was given today before I even came on to the webinar in the morning, and this was when I asked many people, have you experienced unconditional love? And many people will say, yeah, through my child when the child was young. And then I understand that no, that wasn't unconditional love towards you. That was unconditional love towards themselves. And yes, you got to experience it. Then some people will say, yeah, I have a dog, and they give me unconditional love. And today the answer came saying, nope, not unconditional love. Your dog is giving you conditional love. He knows, she knows that you are the provider, you are the mother. And now, when you are giving them love, this expectation has already set in. Every time I come into the house, my dog greets me. Nobody else comes out, but they are so happy to see me. Beautiful that they are happy to see you and they are able to express that. But what if they didn't come to you for 5 days? They were in the house and you came in and they didn't come. Would you feel hurt? I can bet you would. You'd be like, oh my God, what happened to this one? This one's got the energies of my child now. I mean, what happened to their energies? Like the dogs were supposed to behave in a certain way and the children were supposed to behave in a certain way. Now my dog is just acting like my child. So there you go. You set up expectations from the dog and you don't even realize it. We don't realize it. Our expectation making happens in a minute. People come to me, and this is really funny for those who don't know me, they actually expect that I will act with a lot of love. I will be very calm and composed and I'll keep smiling. There'll probably be a halo that I'll sit in the middle of and all of that. And that's their expectation. And then, well, I don't meet their expectation and I'll start firing them. The firing is for a purpose and the firing works. But in the meanwhile, there is that breaking of the expectation and a lot of hurt created in that process. And I simply laugh because the hurt is in their frequency. If the hurt is in your frequency, anybody, including me, can become the actor to give you that hurt. Is it my fault that I had to give you? Why did I have to scream at you? I could have said something nicely. No, I can't. Your energy gave me that role. I had to shout at you. And that's what. Will I be taking guilt for that? Absolutely not. I know how to process my emotion. So as I process my emotion of guilt, if it appears, I will simply release the guilt and come back to unconditional love. As I come back to unconditional love, guess what will happen on the other side? It is that whatever I hold in my energies, you are bound to play that role for me. So you will play the role of unconditional love to me. Asha has raised her hand. Yes, please, Asha, go ahead. You have a question? Yes, Asha. You have to unmute yourself.
Do you process yourself when any negative emotions come to you?
I'm sorry.
How do you process yourself? Just now you mentioned I process when anything triggers me.
So I teach people how to process the emotion, which is,
Right, yeah.
in the journal. In the journal, you have to write column 1, the incident. You've done the program.
Yeah, right.
But in the third one, what am I feeling? Okay. And I've
Mm.
been talking about this one question, that
Right.
I only ask myself one question, which is, what am I feeling? That question is the processing of the emotion. Because otherwise, I'm like, he made me angry, she made me cry, he did that. You haven't processed your emotion of anger or sadness. But the minute you ask this question, that's the processing. What am I feeling? Now you know what energy you are holding. Now you know what to release. That is the only simple piece called processing. I might be using the word process the emotion, but all that processing the emotion means, look at the emotion, observe the emotion, love the emotion, accept the emotion, and then choose something else. That's called processing the emotion. That whole sequence, first you accept, and it's there. It's all there in the positivity process. Positivity process the emotion. Okay, so that process is all about processing the emotion. In that, what? Simply admit, okay, I'm feeling sad, but I'm not sad. I'm just feeling the sadness. Sadness is the emotion. That's it. Now you're able to process it.
Okay,
Process
now I
it,
understand.
accept it, allow it, जाने दे, किसी और frequency में tune कर जा, tune into another frequency. Now that you are done with it, okay. So that's what the word that I use. It is something else, but I'm just simply talking about you being able to look into, and that's why I say you look into that question, what am I feeling, 1,000 times in a day. What am I feeling? What am I feeling? As this is happening outside, what am I feeling? If the word is anything other than joy, love, masti, abundance, then look at it. And if you feel like it, change it. Sometimes you don't feel like changing it. You're feeling sad and you want to continue to feel sad. That's okay. Just know that you have a choice. You have a choice at any point in time. When you are aware, you have a choice. When you are not aware, then sadness, deeper sadness, it will just continue. And then you have more terms, depression and more depression, and some other terms like that people use. But anyways, it's all about looking within. So now we would, yeah. So respect is completely gone out the window. I hope you guys all understand that. Stop asking for respect from anybody. There's nothing called respect. You can't train people to respect you. You can't train people, period. So let go of any kind of outcomes that you're expecting, but especially respect doesn't work. Okay, we have another question from Sukriti. Yes, Sukriti.
Hi, my question is how to come out of loneliness. This is what I've been dealing for quite some time.
Yeah, beta, how to come out of
Loneliness.
loneliness? Okay.
Like I need a relationship to come out of a relationship. I need somebody new to come out of something. Because
That is
every time
perfect.
I'm feeling low. Otherwise, I need Netflix. I need something to give it to my mind so that it
That is
doesn't feel like
perfect. We'll give you the best person to take you out of your relationship. Firstly, I'm going to mute you this because there's too much of background noise. I don't want a relationship with you. So that's how it is. But here it is. I'll give you the best person that you have a relationship with, and you just don't know that yet. You haven't even looked at it yet. But that's the relationship with yourself. You've given it 0 points right now. You haven't even recognized that that's a full blown relationship that you have at all times. You're angry with yourself. You're sad with yourself. You have expectations of yourself. You have judgments of yourself. This is a full blown love hate relationship that you have going on at any point in time. So you actually don't need any story outside. There's enough story inside that you can keep creating more and more, but it just depends on what kind of relationship you are creating. So what happens is when we are seeking so much outside, I need love from outside. That means zero inside is where you've done looking. You haven't looked inside at all. And the only thing that I've understood is that the more you love yourself, the outside will come and love you. I mean, today in the morning session, I'm going to digress a little, but I'll come back to you. So again, in the morning today, people were talking about, like, how you need to have children to feel complete. Most women need to have children. When I didn't have children, for some reason, I never felt incomplete. Never felt incomplete. It didn't come to me as if, when somebody would say to me, why don't you have children? And I said, yeah, but I don't feel like producing. There's already so many available. I'll just go and pick up. I'll go shop for some. So people say, how can you talk about children like you'll do shop? I say, yeah, if I have to create, I don't even know what I'll be producing. But outside is like, it's like a full market. I can go pick up whatever I want. And then when I bring them home, then it's the same only, right? You get a dog home 2 days later, dog is family. If I get a child home 2 days later, child is totally family. So I couldn't understand this concept. खुद ही पैदा करना है, वही अपना होगा. You have to produce to make it your own. I couldn't understand that concept. But then that was me. So I never produced, but the only words that would come to my mouth were, oh, I'm going to have thousands. I had no idea. I was an investment banker. I had no idea how I was going to have 1,000 children. And now today, years have passed and I see that, okay, I have 1,000 children and they all, when they have to cry, they don't even go to their own mothers. They come to me. So yeah, I do have very weepy children, and they all come to me crying. But here is the beautiful part that that me as the mother, do I really care for any of my children? Actually, no, I don't. I don't care. And मैं खुले से बोलती हूँ. It's not even I pretend, oh, I love you. No. When they send me so much of love, and I understand, and I send my heart back, because there's a reciprocity in the energies that's always happening. So you write to me anything, I will send some hearts back. And that's only my way to remind myself, energy to energy, there is love being exchanged. But who is the one that I give love to all the time? No, not to my children, not to my husband, not to anybody outside, but only to myself. And so for myself, I have this line which I tell to everybody, I am awesome. I am awesome is the one mantra that you have to do for yourself. As a matter of fact, the way that I tell you to do it, it's even there on my YouTube, it's a short video. And I say, look into your eyes, look into your own eyes. And as you look into the eye, talk to yourself. And look, and most people can't do it. People will cry, people will judge themselves. They can't look into their own eyes and say, I am awesome. They feel so much judgment towards themselves. They're so dry inside. They've given not an iota of love to themselves. And so what happens? They can't look in the eye. And this one person who's been with them, been in a relationship with them, and they've ignored the entire way through. And that is the only person that they need to give love to. Because the rest outside, whether it be a Netflix or it be a person. For me these days, it's my video game. I'm constantly on phone games, constantly. That's meditation for me, because I have zero thoughts when I'm doing anything. And when I'm doing the game, I'm totally at zero thought. And that's my relationship with my phone these days. But I am not in the need of a relationship. That need, which is arising from loneliness, there's no loneliness. We are in India. You can't be lonely. Like, look around you. There'll be like, 40 people like immediately interested in you if you just look around. But they are not the people that you approve of. You want to be with someone who looks this way, should feel this way, blah, blah. Usko to I have to bring home only. That person should come home with me every day. And so you have all of these, and then they are giving rise to fears. What if you don't get? So it's not loneliness. There's nothing called loneliness, but there is the fear of loneliness, the fear of being alone. So you have to release that fear into the candle. And then what will you find? I mean, it's so beautiful that I have, in my house, it's me and my husband, if you call that a family. And then it's me and my husband. And then my husband works in the US. So in about a month, he's there with me for about 4 days. When those 4 days are happening, which is right now, he's in the other room right there. We meet for about 10 minutes in the day, and then we sleep. Okay. So that's how much our engagement with each other is at all times. And yet, and even when we are sitting with each other, most times there is silence. He's working, I'm on my games. And so there is silence. But there is silence, and there is peaceful silence. There's a difference even in the quality of silences that you have. So this is just simply peaceful silence. Why? Because both of us are not in that space of the fear of being alone, right? And when he's there, he's not fearing anything, I'm not fearing anything, and that's the energy exchange that happens. Then what happens amongst all of us? Let me mute people. Okay. And then what happens amongst all of us? In my house, at any point in time, there are 10 people. Somebody says, I want to work on myself, they'll come. Somebody says, I want to work on myself for 5 days, they'll come. Somebody says, I want to work on myself for 1 year, they'll come. And then they're all here. And some people are here staying for 1 year, some people are staying for 6 months, 4 months, 4 days, 4 hours, whatever. And the house is full. Are these all the people that I want to fill my loneliness with? No. I don't even care whether they are there or not. But when they are there, what do they bring to me? They bring me joy. They bring me joy. So everybody brings me joy. When they are there, they bring me joy. When they are not there, they still bring me joy, because I'm like, oh, okay, now I can be with myself for some time. But joy is the frequency that I'm tuned in. So absence and presence doesn't bother me. How can you tune into this? Every time that you tune into the frequency of fear of being alone, release that fear and tune into my frequency. It's that there is a 13-minute meditation on my channel, and I tell people, you don't need to listen to the words, because it's about the vibration. The more you receive the vibration, many people will put it on and then sleep. They can't, I'm so boring in those 30 minutes. People can't even go through those 13 minutes. And I say, that's perfect. Even if you sleep, it's okay, because it's about the energy being received by your energy. It's about the vibration. What am I, it's an audio. It's not even a video. It's an audio, and it's out there. And I just simply tell people, because I understand that when I was made to record that session of people tuning into the frequency of Meenal, I was sitting in a space of complete abundance, calm, joy, masti, everything. And then in that vibration, that recording came. So every time, even as you are sleeping, but with that recording on, that is working and going into your energy. You should, let me read what Mitali is writing. You should sell that meditation for people who take sleeping pills. I tell you, so many people tell me, I haven't slept for so long, I put on your bloody meditation, I was out in 3 minutes. Now see what an amazing sale I would make, for people who are suffering from insomnia. But this is something that I've even heard from people when, somebody called me and they were very, very troubled and going through a lot of anxiety recently. And then they called me after 3 days or 4 days or some such thing. And then they said, Meenal, I slept. So I was like, okay, you slept. I know, I've heard this a lot from everybody, that they can't go through the meditation and they sleep. So I said, okay, you slept. He says, no, you don't understand. I hadn't slept for 6 months. And so the sleep has come to me, and I'm feeling so beautiful. I'm feeling so wonderful and so light because I slept. So the vibration will bring you that calm and joy. But if you are so filled with anxiety, the first step is to actually release. And so for that, I teach the positivity process. So you do the candling, you release this fear of loneliness. You need a relationship with one person and one person alone. So look into the mirror and say, I'm awesome. I've given you too many things to do, by the way. Now, the next time you come over here, I'm going to check on you. So, so here is the thing, that it's never about outside. I had so many difficult relationships in my life, in my unaware life. And then when these things started to come to me, when the answers started to come to me, and it was all the focus on the self without judgment. This without judgment is a very important part, and we miss out on it. But as we everything that we do, we're constantly measuring ourselves, success or failure, success or failure. If I'm cooking today, what is the dish I've made, success or failure? If I'm doing something, success or failure? If I'm cleaning the house, success or failure? Anything, at work, without work, whatever, we are constantly judging ourselves. So to be aware, to become more and aware, more aware. And then if you have to judge, then might as well judge yourself on this side of being awesome. So I am awesome. Instead of judging yourself to be, I'm shitty, I am awesome. Because if you're going to judge yourself that, then the universe is going to show you that. That's where your focus is. And then you start to work on releasing your judgments. I am awesome. And as you do more and more of this, the universe will begin to show you more of this, because that's where your focus is. And then when you take energy from me, then it's just simple, it'll keep working. And that thought, how do you know the energy is working? That thought, oh, Meenal said I should recite I'm awesome, that thought itself will hit you faster. Otherwise, you sit in your negative energy and the negative thoughts hit you more. Why? Because you might be wanting to think positive, but the back end is filled with fear. And that back end will keep throwing these thoughts at you. But when you're changing the back end, the energies itself, then it works much better. And so you do the meditation, and then in awareness, you keep taking energy from me, you keep doing the positivity process, change your energy, and you will find this is just a fear. You don't even know what loneliness looks like. Loneliness is awesome. Ask me. So it's awesome because I no longer hold fear for it. If I'm alone for the next, I don't know, 5 years, I won't be panicking. And from that space, because I've released the panic, even if I'm alone for 5 years, when I need someone, that the universe will give to me. That's how it works. Either you work from fear, then the fear manifests, or you work from abundance, knowing that you are always taken care of. Oh, bloody hell, this is all my workshops rolled into one. I'm not talking to you anymore. Okay, we're done. So, I'm awesome. The universe is playing in my favor. I do my frequency meditation. I do the positivity process. But that's all that I have to teach. I have nothing more new to teach to anybody. Let's go back. But I've answered your question fully. And how to overcome the logical mind. This is you again. It doesn't let me be at silence. So keep releasing. The candle is your answer. The logical mind means nothing. You don't have a logical mind. We really don't have a logical mind. We think we have a logical mind, and we think 2 + 2 is 4. We think 2 + 2 is 4, but we also in our lives have seen 1,000 examples when we've done work worth 2, and we've got 200. And then we've done work worth 200, and we've got 2. And then we say that's logical. No, and then we find logic to define it. Okay, that boss was more, favoring towards that person. That person was doing more here, that more. And then we try to find logic in it. But we don't have a logical existence. We don't have a logical existence. And so not being in that space means only one thing. What is your logical mind telling you right now? Is it taking you to fear? Okay, then release the fear. Is it taking you to anxiety, to worry? Then release the worry, the anxiety. If you mean to say that logical mind is always taking you towards these negative thoughts, then it's not about the logical mind. It's about these frequencies that you're carrying. So release them. That's how the process works. I'm able to recognize a candle, but still fear, hurt, and sadness. Of course. For how many years have you done this now, Shivani?
Just recently, I have started doing it.
Yeah. And how many millions of years have you been carrying it for?
I don't know.
So here is the thing. In that moment, it will be released and you will quieten down. And I talk about in my क्या कहते हैं उसको, in my positivity process. The mind is going blank. So fun. In my positivity process, I say just 3 to 5% if you're feeling lighter, perfect. Okay. But then it comes back again. No, it doesn't come back again. This is how energies work. You tune it, like, they work like how your television channel works. You tune into the channel and then somebody comes and picks up the remote and changes the channel again. You don't even realize, but the frequencies don't take time. The frequencies don't work in time. So 1 minute you'd be Meenal, and the next minute you'd be back to some fears. Maybe the whole day you won't be, but the next day. And when you go there, when you again recognize it's fear, simply do the work again. That's all it is. It's looking within. What frequency? What am I feeling? What am I feeling? The only question 100 times in a day. My day pretty much looks like this. And I tell people this, these days it's become even more pronounced that almost every 5 minutes, I can see that I'm in gratitude for something or the other. That's how much gratitude flows every 5 minutes. Like literally, I'll be just putting my head to sleep, like just laying down over there. It's the same bed, it's the same pillow. But if I find the pillow nice and easy today, I'll take that moment to say, oh, the pillow feels so good. Thank you for giving me this pillow today. It's I find that, yeah, the same pillow can feel different every day, but today it feels good, and the universe is taking so much care of me, sending me the best pillow that I need for today. It doesn't have to be big things. It can be the smallest thing. So I find myself in between just these two states. If I'm having an interaction constantly, good, I'm asking myself, goody, I'm not having that goody in my heart, but just this question is constantly, what am I feeling? What am I feeling? Because something happens outside in my life, just as it happens in your life. But except that my focus has now turned so much inwards that I'm able to look in that moment. I'll scream and shout. I don't believe in suppressing the emotion at all, because there is no suppression ever. Whether I speak or I don't speak, my energy, if it is in anger, that energy is going to that person, whether my mouth is zipped or not. It doesn't matter. You are in the energy and your body is there as well. 99% energy, 1% body. You've shut your mouth, but that energy of yours is straight away carrying to that person. And that's why, if it's already carrying to that person, what's the point in hiding it? So I'm not about suppression. I simply say, even if you've expressed it, even if you've just had the worst fight of your life, and now you've stormed out of there and all. But when this thought comes, oh, I'm feeling so angry, positivity process. And in that moment, do the positivity process. Why? Because energy doesn't work in time. This is like the biggest breather we could ever have. That thank God the energy doesn't work in time. Anything that happened 58 years ago, you can still change the energy of that. Anything that you are fearing will happen tomorrow, you can change the energy of that. Anything that happened 5,000 years ago, you can change the energy of that. Just with that one question, what am I feeling? Because if you are feeling sad and sadness is too much, then understand it's not something that you just created in this life. It could have come with you, in all the suitcases of energies that you carried on the day you were born. Just because you can't see energy doesn't mean that you are not energy, you are not the experiencer, and that everybody can't sense that energy. Their energy is reacting to your energy, not to your words. If people were reacting to my words right now, I'm telling you, there'd be nobody on this call, because I have bad words for everybody. Everybody in this place has received danda from me. I can assure you, 99% of the people have been shouted at. And so, but do they go by my words, or do they actually go in the flow with my energy? My words could be anything, and that's the 1% body. That 99% energy is where I keep my eye on. And so, as you pick up your fear again, release it again, because that's a daily practice it becomes. And between gratitude and what am I feeling, you're all set. It's awareness. You got to grow the awareness. Somebody asked me that for those people who don't understand English, can there be a Hindi meditation? Of course, there has been a Hindi meditation forever. There is a whole Hindi meditation of 13-14 minutes, and it's already there on the YouTube channel. And go look at it. It's Meenal ki frequency में tuning करने के लिए ध्यान. इतनी सारी हिंदी है उसके अंदर. हाँ, topic में. So that is already there. It's been there for a year now. You explain everything so well and in detail that even a newcomer will register it so well. It's so funny because I only explain the same 4 things all the time. I have nothing. I have a nursery level understanding of anything, and that's all that I will be explaining. What is the miracle program? Will you be there for all 30 days? The miracle program, yes, I will be there. There is a video where I'm there every single day, and except for Sundays. But we have assignments. So what I talk about, increase your awareness. The 30-day program makes you look at different topics. And with each of the topics, you will find that you're easily able to see where your programs are. And so you will constantly still be tuning into my energy and doing the positivity process. But then every single day, we give you more and more practice of how to become and how to come into more of this awareness. And then the 30-day program is the starting for the next 30-day program. I won't charge you for all the 30-day programs. I only charge for the ones. But it's always that, that the program is a never finishing one, because you become aware and you start to see the miracles of you changing your energy. And then the more you do it, guess who gets the rewards? Not I. Okay. What is it? I really wish that there were Meenal 5,000 years ago. Of course I was there. But I was there only. What are you saying? You don't recognize me. I didn't look that fancy. I mean, in those days, you couldn't look this fancy. But I was definitely there. I was there through everything and everyone. And well, so were you. So there you go. Okay. So we are done with I think we are done with questions. Anybody else has any questions for me? No. The topic for some reason was respect, which has already gone out the window. I'm telling you again and again. If ever you think of the word respect, then my danda should come to you saying, Meenal said no respect needed. Meenal said respect is it's not a genuine emotion. Anger is a genuine emotion. Love is a genuine emotion. Everything, but not these words like respect. It comes from a lot of judgment, and so we release that judgment. We are judging somebody's age. We don't feel any love for them. And now we have to pretend to love them. So when we pretend to somebody, what is actually happening in that whole space? There is nobody else. There is nobody else. All the energy, my pretense is happening from the body, but all the energy that I carry is already being received by them. So there is no pretense. The truth is spoken, energy to energy. And the truth is what will get played out. So if you are pretending any place for anything, take a hard look at yourself, because it's only a lie that you speak to yourself. So beautiful. Wonderful. I'm happy to hear that, Venki. So cute. And this, for you, it might have been an issue, but let me tell you how it was brought to my attention. I was in one of those Expect Miracle sessions, and a beautiful gentleman who is about, I think, probably 80 years old, and I was screaming and shouting at him and letting loose, like letting loose. And that too, the session was in English. And every time he spoke anything, I would move to Hindi, because in English, there is only one word called you. But in Hindi, there are three different words for somebody who's older that can be respected, for somebody who's not older, and then for somebody who's, not worthy of your respect. And that's tu. So every time I would open my mouth to speak to that 80-year-old gentleman, the only words that would come from me were like, tu, tera, तूने ये नहीं किया, तेरे को ये करना चाहिए. And I was screaming and shouting and having this letting go. And he asked me, he said, in these words pretty much, that is that what money taught you? He taught you no manners, and he asked me, like, did money not teach you manners? Because we don't even say to our driver. And I told him, yeah, even I don't say to my driver, but to you I'm saying that, because I was taught by money. I don't know what I was taught by money when he was alive. I'm sure I was taught, how to respect people and all of that. But this is way beyond that now. Now I'm only taught by money that you keep looking within and you don't interfere when I'm coming through you for somebody. So money was speaking to that fellow. I had nothing to do with it. And that is why all I had to do, when he was shouting at me and screaming at me, and when I was screaming at him and he was so disapproving of me, I looked within to check, am I in peace? Am I okay with whatever is being said to me? And inside, I was at peace. Inside, I was only smiling. And so then the work is not for me. The acting that I am doing is for a purpose. It's come for that person. And so that's how the shifts happen. But constantly, even as you are screaming and shouting at somebody, keep the finger on you. As you are expecting others to do something, those might be the dialogues, and the dialogues have come. Yet put the finger within. Is the expectation for real, or was it just a dialogue? If the expectation is for real, the work is on you. If it's just a dialogue, masti. तू तुमसे अपनापन आता है, feel the love. It's different for everyone, right? And Abhilasha is going crazy laughing. Well, it was the gentleman was related to her. But anyways, and she did say that he shifted after that. He shifted. And so Mani must have understood what is the best way to shift. And he produced that way through me. So I was speaking Mani as that was happening. Tu tumse apnapan aata hai, maybe to you, maybe tomorrow if a 10-year-old kid calls you that, or maybe if your son calls you that, you might take it differently. We don't know what emotions people will have when you hear the words tu tum, and that's too from different people. I mean, you cringe at tu tum. Initially, when somebody would call me the word guru, oh my God, I would cringe. I didn't like the word guru at all. So from whatever words we are going to create triggers from, we have to look at that and work on ourselves, because everything is just a role. Whether you become a tu or tum, or you become a janitor, whatever you play a role. And so, but earlier, just a few years ago, when somebody would say, oh, you are my guru, and I would cringe and say, no, we are walking the same journey, please don't call me guru. And today I understand they're just, that's a word that they use to express their love for me. It doesn't mean much else. I still know, and now they also know they are walking the same journey, but they've given me a name and they call me that, and I can see through the love in that. No matter what they call me, I can see the love in that. So in tu tum aap, don't look for respect, just simply hear the vibration. Don't look for words at all. Just go with the vibration. You will know what energy is playing out for you. And then work within you if you get triggered. Okay, everybody. Again, I go to chats to check any other comments. Nope. All right. Okay, then the 5 minute meditation. Okay, so from everywhere, you will simply bring your focus to people from whom you've expected respect. So first we'll start with that. From all the people that you've expected respect and received it. So just bring them to mind, and as you bring them to mind and as you start to hug them, because in your mind you can start hugging them, but alongside this parallel thought, this parallel intent, I take energy from Meenal. I take energy from Meenal. I am Meenal. It's a parallel intent that you are running as you keep bringing those people, the ones that honor you so much, the ones that respect you, and maybe some of them love you too. But as they come to your mind right now, simply dissolving everything else, all other emotions. What did you do to earn their respect? Just dissolving. Dissolving. You don't even need to do anything. It dissolves as you hug them. So just hug them. Their energy gave you this beautiful role. And so, for that beautiful role of receiving love, you thank them. Your energy gave them this role, receiving love from them. And for that, you thank your energy, all through a hug. You hug them tight and tight, just tight, a tight hug to them. Could be one person, could be many people. Just simply, you're making the rounds. The hug gets bigger and bigger. Through all of this, I take energy from Meenal. I am Meenal. You can even put your hands out. And as you put your hands out, receive. I take energy from Meenal. I am Meenal. You might feel some sensation somewhere in some part of the body. You might not feel anything at all. That's okay. Energy works in so many different ways. We won't set our expectations. I take energy from Meenal. I am Meenal. And now, putting your thoughts to those people where you expected some respect. You did things, wanted respect, wanted to be honored, and then you weren't. Bring those people to mind. And now, this line for them. I take energy from, and now you take energy from them. So one, you take energy from Meenal, and you also take energy from them. Look at your thoughts. Did you not like the idea? Then simply release with your breath the separation. As you exhale, simply release, exhale. The separation you exhale till you become ready to take energy from those that have not honored you as yet. I take energy. It could be one person, it could be several people. Simply, I take energy from them. I am them. You are them. They always only your reflection. And as you take energy from them, your hands are out there. Feel the vibration. Feel the vibration in your heart, in your hands, maybe in some other parts of your body. I take energy from Meenal, I take energy from them. No separation between you and Meenal. No separation between you and them. You are all. I am all. Sit with this information. Make this intent. I am all. And as this sinks in, this information at this beautiful frequency of oneness is sinking straight into your heart. And as it moves to your heart, you can move your palms to the heart as well. Narendra Kaur, please stay muted. Please stay muted. So taking your hands to the heart, taking your hands to the heart, and in the heart, now, as you take energy from Meenal and from all the others that you were resisting so far, now, as you take that energy, simply bring it to your heart. Bring all the attention to your heart. Put your palms to your heart. Feel that heartbeat. That heartbeat belongs right now to all of you. Not just you, but all in the energies. So much oneness you are able to experience. Honoring yourself and feeling so much oneness. And now, from this space of oneness, I am the universe. I am all. I am the universe. Understand your own self. It's not this body. You are so much more mightier. What are you not? You are Shiva. Sit in this place of oneness for as long as you wish. And even when you do the frequency of Meenal, that meditation, sit in this oneness. Sit in oneness with Meenal, because there is no separation. Sit in oneness with whoever comes to mind and release the separation in those moments of meditation. You are all. I am all. Let these be the only words that ring for you today. Let this space of calm and peace and joy and bliss, let this be your space for as long as you can. Om Mani. I am all. Bas, that's where you sit. When you see somebody today, when you see somebody tomorrow, if you can bring it to your awareness, when resistance happens, when separation happens, if you can bring your awareness, do that to this moment. You are all. They don't exist. You are all. And you will find that from this space of beautiful bliss, many things will change within you. You will get so much more peace and you will get so much more joy, even as you release your own resistance. So this is the path to limitlessness. Okay, everyone, lots and lots of love. Be limitless. Enjoy.
Thank you.